Hey, book babes. I'm Aubrey.
And I'm Peyton.
And today we are going through the top 10 most anticipated new releases of 2025 Fantasy Edition.
Yes, so just a cup of coffee as we dive between these paper sheets.
Let's do this.
Alrighty, welcome back. It is our first podcast episode of 2025. In my head, I'm like, it's 2025? Like, what? This feels so freaking weird. 2015 seemed like yesterday, and that's how I know I'm getting old.
Stop. Mhm.
It's crazy.
Red Queen just came out,
Red
guys.
Queen just yeah, right? Oh my gosh. So anyways, we are so excited to jump into the first of the year episode. This is a NS episode. If this is your first time watching us, that means no spoilers. We are merely reacting, and I was just telling Aubrey this. I'm blind reacting to many of these books. I don't even know what some of them are. So Aubrey's going to explain what we've got going on here and how you can participate.
Yes. So I wanted us to chat about the 2025 upcoming releases, get prepared, start our TBR list off strong. However, when I went and I looked at Goodreads, I didn't really like their list that they had. Like, it was fine, but as a fantasy girl at heart, I was like, wait, so many books are missing. Let me do it myself. Let's do our own version. So we have Hardcover's 2025 anticipated fantasy releases list. And this is up on Goodreads and linked down below so you can see and go through all the top 10 books we have currently on there. But you can also vote for what you're most excited about and add to it. So you can go on there, figure it out, but you can basically vote for books to add to the list of other fantasy releases that we might have missed out on, or perhaps you want us to read. So put it on our radar, add it to this list.
Yes, yep. So we have 10 preloaded in there already. If there are more we're missing, you can submit a vote and then everyone else can vote on that book and we'll see what the number 1 is in a couple weeks.
Yes.
Yeah, but without further ado, please, if you are like sitting down watching this, click on the link in the description, follow along, click into the book, get excited. As we are setting our reading challenges for the year, it's that time.
It's my help inform. What did you set your reading challenge to, Peyton?
I'm gonna start at 40 this year.
Okay.
Because yeah,
Okay.
last year I started at 35 and I
Yeah.
made it to 40 by the skin of my teeth. Literally the day, like the hours. I'm pretty sure I finished like 2 hours before New Year's. Yeah, we're
I
staying.
also just barely hit the goal. Also finishing the book like right before I left to go to your parents' house for the New Year's
Yeah,
Eve party. Like
it
it
was
was
hard.
that close. However, I'm insane and I said I hit it. Now let's bump it up.
Oh my
So
gosh.
I put in 60.
Oh my
Here's
gosh.
here's my thought
20
process though.
more. Oh my
No,
gosh.
10 more. 10 more. I did 50.
That I was thinking for I can't
Oh,
like
for you. Yeah,
from
that's
what
20
I
more
read,
books.
20 more books of what I read this year.
Uh-huh. But here's my thought process is that I spent almost the entire year 7 books behind. Like, I'm not even kidding. I was behind every single month until like, I was behind when I had only 1 book left to read. It was still like, "You're kinda behind, girl." So, I think if I go into it and I can just start, like, on track I don't even need to be ahead. I just need to be on track,
On track.
which means I need to finish a book in, like, 2 days.
Yeah, you do.
And
You better start
I am
reading.
not reading a damn thing right now. Jacob keeps asking me, he's like, "Oh, do you wanna read?" I'm like, "No." I was like, "Do you know how much I had to read to
The
complete my
holiday season
Goodreads
was just
challenge?"
stressful.
But I have 60. I might not hit it. I might change it halfway through the year. We'll see.
You can also then like explore new genres. Like we were reading those little romancy
Yeah.
books and they're fun palette cleansers and then you'll just like rack up and be like, "Oh, I hate that genre, but I know a lot about it because
I actually read a lot of novellas this year, guys. I don't know. But, let us know what your current Goodreads reading goal challenge number is.
all
Are
you
you going
100 book
above us,
people."
below us?
Your sister read like 150, I saw.
Oh, I know. My mom sent me a screenshot of that. She goes, "She did not read every word."
Impossible. It's like a book a day.
Impossible. I mean, I don't know, man. I know she gets to read at work a lot,
That's fair. Yeah, I
but
wish.
I also think she skims. I don't think everyone who reads 100 books skims, but I think she skims.
She
Love you,
read more.
girl.
She read almost. Oh my god, that was crazy. I was like, oh my god. Anyways, so let us
Back
know
to
down
our list.
below, and we are going to get into our what we're very excited to read this year. So
Yes.
pumped. All right, get us started.
Starting off the beginning of the year coming up, so fucking excited about it. We have none other than Onyx Storm by Rebecca Yaros.
Guys, I'm so excited. Okay, because
Yes.
Iron Flame was a little bit of a letdown in the way that how the characters were acting. It wasn't our cup of tea. I
Yes.
do feel like the story moved a lot, like along crazy, especially in the second part.
Yeah.
And so we are in a crazy circumstance now with this book. I actually saw Rebecca Yaros post an Instagram story of her niece.
Mhm.
They're on vacation, and she's like, "My niece reading Onyx Storm on vacation," and her niece was like, "What? No, no, this can't be." And I was like, "Oh my gosh, I am not ready." But
That's so
thank you, Rebecca, for releasing a book in January because, girl, I'm gonna need it.
no, that's gonna be perfect. But also, wait, rewind. That's so bold of her to let a family member read her books with sex in it, like in front of her. Like in front of her? Like I get it. I get it. If I was her niece, I would also be reading it. I'd be like, "Thank you, Aunt Rebecca." But
Yeah,
I
I
would
would be reading a spicy scene look and be like,
oh
"Rebecca,
my
girl,
god, what are you
hey."
and Uncle John
I
into?
know you're like, look at your uncle, then you're like, "Oh my gosh."
Anyways, I'm so pumped for this book. I also think Iron Flame was a letdown, and I think the printing of Iron Flame, like, really got in the way because the font was so small that you'd have to read so much more words to turn the page, and so the pacing felt slower in that, besides the fact that Violet was being a little bitch. It's fine. I was also 21 at the time when reading it. Like, I was also a little bitch at the time. You know what I mean? But it's time to like clock in Onyx Storm. If you guys haven't read the first two books, you should. Like, you should pick it up
You
already.
should. You should. You probably have.
Yeah, I mean,
And yeah,
dragons, war college, trying our best to survive, a
angsty
little
romance.
sexy. Guys,
It's
you
so
should
good.
pick it up. Divergent, How to Train Your Dragon, a billion other things. It's like the books that you read, the dystopian books you read as a kid, but made for you as an adult.
Yes, we
We
love
love.
the North Wing series. We love the Empyrean series, and I'm very excited. And the cover looks dope. I'm excited to get my hands on it.
Oh, I think I'm gonna buy the Target one. Did you see it?
No.
There's a new Target. Okay, so we had to pre-order the books from Barnes and Noble to attend the midnight release party, which we will be vlogging.
Yes.
But Target has its own special edition because, of course, it's the fucking capitalist society. Get that bag, Yaros, I guess.
Yeah.
But the sprayed edge is different. It's like smoke at the bottom and then the dragon at the top, so it looks like a dragon rising out of smoke. And I think I need it. I
What's
think I
the
need
sprayed
both.
edge of the Onyx Storm at Barnes Noble?
I think it's just the dragons.
Oh.
I don't know. They made a big deal about the sprayed edges, so I'm assuming it's unique to Target. If not, what the fuck? But
Yeah. I mean, I will be buying as well. I have multiple copies of each version, so might as
I
well just
know.
keep it going.
Because I have the holiday edition of Fourth Wing, so I had the first edition like turned to show like the dragon sprayed edge. But I think it would be super cool to get regular Onyx Storm to show that edge.
And then that's what I've been doing because I have the
Yeah,
Waterstones edition of Iron Flame
and they
that has
know.
the, and I love it. So let's keep it going, guys. I'm so freaking excited. All right.
Yes. Next on the list, we are almost cheating a little bit. This is mostly fantasy. We've got to include our girl Suzanne Collins
Oh my
with
gosh. What the
Sunrise on the
heck?
Reaping, a new Hunger Games book.
I did
It's
not know about
sci-fi,
this.
but it's a close enough. You didn't?
No. What
It
is this
is
about?
Haymitch's story.
I love Hey Mitch. Oh my
Yes.
gosh.
It's coming out in March 18th. And this is supposed to be so like Suzanne always says, she's like, I'm not going to write another Hunger Games book unless I'm feeling inspired, unless there's a reason, if I have something to say. Like, I'm not just going to do it for money, which I respect. And if it's true, whatever. But I think that the inspiration behind Sunrise on the Reaping is really heavily about, like, media propaganda and how the media is lying to you and how that lets dictators rise up and the rich get richer while the poor stay poor, and take that
Here
as
we
you
are.
will. I wonder what's inspiring
Wow.
her.
Yeah, I wonder. And when's the movie coming out?
Oh, no, I literally think that the movie has already been released. Like, I
Like,
think
there's
when they
actually a
announced
movie happening?
Yes, I think when
There
they
has
announced
to.
that the book was happening, they were like, "And then the movie's happening the year after."
Oh my gosh,
It's
y'all.
insane. It's insane. The cover is really cool too, if you look at it.
Yeah, it's following the nostalgic, of course, Hunger Games cover. It's purple.
I like the purple.
The purple's fun.
And it's
Um,
got, like the birds, and the birds were, like, kind of like the bird and the snake, and there's
the
symbolism
font
behind
is
it.
giving Star Wars, Suzanne, but it's alright.
That's the Hunger Games font.
Yeah, I know. It's just,
It
it's
is
a bit.
sci-fi.
It is sci-fi. Yes, a real dystopian queen. Oh my gosh, that's so great. I was like, "What's Sunrise and the Reaping?" I click. I'm like, "Hunger Games." So I told
Hunger
you, I'm
Games.
blind reacting, people. This is just as fun for you as it is me. Um. Okay. Moving on.
Yes.
All right. So for all of you people,
Are we excited or are we dreading?
no, I'm excited
Okay.
because I feel like I said this last year when we're talking about powerless. No, sorry,
Yes.
fearless. Everyone. What's her name?
Fearless comes out April 8th, book 3 in the Powerless series.
What's her name?
Lauren Roberts.
Lauren Roberts, fearless. Last year I feel like when we were talking about what we were excited, we said
Mhm.
what's this, reckless,
Reckless.
the second
Yeah.
one. And I
Uh-huh.
was like, this is her opportunity to make this an epic series.
Yes.
This is her opportunity. The second book in any series is always like, what's gonna happen? This is the meat and bones. We are in the thick of it,
And she
literally, as the
tanked it.
backyardigans would say. And what I have to say is she failed for me. And so you could say, Pete, and you're not, excited to read this. And I would tell you, yeah, but you know what? If you look at our most viewed video on this channel, I genuinely want to read this book so I can give you the genuine review of it. And
Yeah. Yeah.
I am not a hater going into a book unless you burn me again and again and again. Lauren Roberts has not burned me again and again and again. I just
Okay.
think that she tainted the water. Now, someone else on this list we're going to get to soon. I am not excited to read this
No,
book.
she shit in the water.
She did more than shit in the water. And we do not need to get that graphic, okay? So Lauren Roberts, I am very excited to read Fearless. I'm gonna go in with open heart. Maybe not Aubrey, but I'm gonna
Mm.
try my best and give a very honest review, and look at it with some fresh eyes. So I don't know, but I hate when they rate the books. Like it already has a 4.32 rating. Like, bitch, you
I know,
haven't even
that's
read the
so
book yet.
stupid. Like, and I don't even think Lauren's given arcs out. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that's stupid. I don't know. I was super excited for Reckless, and then she let me down so hard. I felt physically betrayed. So,
I was ill.
I was ill
Some
at the
people love that book, but we weren't
some people
fans.
are
So
liars too, you
it
know?
is like the water's a little murky, but we'll see.
Yeah, but we'll see. I mean, the book 2 ended in an exciting
It
way,
did. It really did.
but I'm worried that it's setting up for a lackluster book 3. Like, I think there's potential, but I don't think that's the way she's gonna go, and I'm wondering what book she's gonna steal from this time.
Yeah. And that
Sorry,
was
guys.
shade.
What's next? Next,
Oh.
coming in May, we have A Curse Carved in Bone, which is book 2 of the I don't know what this series is
Saga
called.
of the Unfated.
Of course, obviously, I should have
As
known
we
that.
would know
Top of my
that.
head.
I'm reading it on the screen right now. Yes, A Curse Carved in Bone. I have high hopes for this cover and sprayed edges. I want the metallic red on the side.
Yes, yes, because they have the, like, metallic of book 1, A Fate Inked in
I
Blood.
think the third book in this series is going to be like a purple.
What does saga mean? Does that mean 4?
I don't. Oh, the Twilight Saga. So yeah.
That's exactly what I'm thinking of. I don't
Yeah.
know. Um,
Breaking Dawn was one book. Yeah.
'Cause I would have loved it if it's a duology and this is the end.
Yeah, I think that. I know they won't, but a yellow would be so cool. But I don't think that font would be good. I think they should do. If you guys don't know what we're talking about, the first book in the series, I wish I had it. Oh, I do, guys. I have it easily. I can pull it. All right. So the first book is this beautiful blue, and it has this metallic-y sprayed edges. And so the second book in the saga is red, and I think, oh guys, can you imagine this being red, and I think they should do purple and one more color, Aubrey. What are we thinking? Green?
Mm, green would be nice. Is it giving Viking though?
Hmm.
Okay, I can't find whether or not there's another one. So I guess we're just gonna have to
Yeah,
get to the end.
get to the end, keep chugging. But I this book series like was so different and so fun. We had fun reading this.
I really liked the world building of book one. I liked the quest plot line. I
Yes.
think that the romantasy, and we've said this before, if it was your first like romantasy that you've read, super exciting. If it wasn't, it's kind of copy and paste. Like it's kind of like not giving anything special. But perhaps I like the ending didn't shock me in this at all. Like
Yeah.
what happens if you know, you know. But I still think that Daniel Jensen has potential to take it in a very interesting way for book 2 and maybe 3 and 4 if it's
Wait, hold on. I'm just
what?
reading something that
What?
Danielle. What's okay?
Danielle?
A shield maiden fights to break the shackles of prophecy, which we know, and
Yes.
to overcome the betrayal of the man who broke her heart. Okay. In this
Slay.
searing conclusion
Oh,
to the
slay!
Norse-inspired fantasy romance duology that began with the. Okay, so why is it a saga?
Maybe Saga just doesn't mean
Maybe
what we think.
saga is just like an epic story.
Yeah,
That's
like kinda
weird.
like Chronicles, but like even if I was gonna use the word Chronicles, I'd expect there to be more than 2.
I mean, it should be. Oh, maybe Saga of the Unfaded is literally just the name, and it's not actually a saga. It's literally just like,
I guess.
oh
Tale
my
of the
god, we're so
Unfaded. Like she's just using
stupid.
Saga like
Oh,
tale.
yeah, Tale of the Unfaded Saga. Guys, we're so
Okay.
sorry. I was like, and then the next color, and then
And
the
then the
next color.
next, and
I
then the
just
next no,
love
this
the
is
sprayed
it.
edges, everyone. I'm happy that we're stopping here because I
Yes.
don't know if I want to read more in this series, but I'm excited for this one.
No, I think duology is perfect. I think we're gonna wrap it up. I think it's gonna be exciting, and we're gonna read it and review it.
Yes, in May. All right, next.
Next up,
Ooh, I'm really excited for this one.
this is my most anticipated
No way.
release of the year. Absolutely. I'm so freaking excited. And it is The Night and the Moth by Rachel Gilling. It comes out, what is it?
Comes out May
May
20th.
20th.
Yep.
This cover is so gorgeous. Like genuinely one of the prettiest
Probably
covers I've
best cover of the year.
ever seen. Yeah, of the year,
And I
of
love
the
how
decade.
it kind of matches One Dark Window's vibe of that kind of like
Yes.
gothic moodiness.
Mhm.
Yeah, but it's different. You know
It's
what I mean?
yes. No, it's giving a different energy. I'm questioning if this is set in the same world or not because I know that at the end of Two Twisted Crowns, I talked about there being other kingdoms, and now that like
Yeah.
the mist has lifted, I think that could
Oh.
be fun. I don't know if that's necessarily where she's going, but let's see. 'Cause I
Oh,
don't.
a gothic mist-cloaked tale of the prophetess who is
She just
forced
really
beyond the
likes mist.
safety of her cloister of an impossible quest to defeat the gods with the one knight whose future is beyond her sight. I love that her first name's Sybil. Like, that's
Ooh,
such a fun name. Has spent 9 years
yeah.
dreaming of having no dreams at all.
Oh my god. Okay,
Wow.
so this looks super cool. Only a heretic can defeat a god. That slays. That slays as a line. Genuinely.
It's like, oh my gosh. Guys, One Dark Wind, if you have not read that duology, it was Aubrey and I's favorite of the year. It's like our
Yes.
favorite series of the year. Like, cannot beat it. Masterpiece. So the fact that we're
So good.
getting more so soon, thank you, Rachel.
Thank you, Rachel. Next. Mm, We're gonna take the excitement was here. The excitement's coming down to
I'm
below
going
the
to
floor.
restrain myself when I say Primal of Blood and Bone is next. And I swear we've already read a book named this,
Yeah,
but who knew
truly.
someone could create so many similar sounding words for books?
Uh,
How did she, how did, don't we already have Blood and Bone somewhere?
we probably do, we just don't have primal yet. She's like, "Oh, it's different.
Oh,
It's
okay.
different." Because we have okay, let me read off these titles.
Get ready, people. Brace yourselves.
A shadow in the ember, a light in the flame, a fire in the flesh, born in blood and ash, from blood and ash, a kingdom of flesh and fire, a crown of gilded bones, war of two queens, soul of ash and blood, visions of flesh and blood.
How
Those are
much
the same
blood
words.
and
How
bone?
much?
The only book name that I really like from the series is A War of Two Queens. I think that's an awesome book title.
Yeah, that was the worst book.
And it was the worst book
No,
so
it wasn't.
far.
Born of Blood and Bone was the worst.
Yeah, well now we have Primal of Blood and Bone. So yeah.
Here's the
So
thing.
this is our girl.
Our girl JLA, the
Yes.
From Blood and Ash series. I am excited to get back to Poppy's story.
Me too.
I'm excited
It's been
to
a while.
like wrap it up. You know what I mean? Like we're
Let's wrap
10
it
books
up.
in. Let's start wrapping it up. And I think it can be really good. It has the potential. JLA has given us 5-star reads before, and she's also given us 1-star reads in the same damn series.
Can you believe it?
My excitement is low. I don't want to get my hopes up. I want to be like, yes, we're getting back to
Oh.
Poppy's story. She's going to slay. She's a primal. She's going to be the primal of life and death. Like, that's so exciting. But I just feel like JLA has entered her like monopoly era where she's like in her greediest little Elon Musk era.
Yeah, you
And
know.
I don't think it's gonna be good. I think she's gonna drag it out. I think she's
Yeah.
gonna put unnecessary sex scenes and general scenes. I think Poppy's still gonna be a stupid little bitch asking too many questions.
Yeah. And Castiel's gonna invitize her. So this is the thing.
Yeah.
You know what this book series to me, we started reading this in college.
Yeah.
And
Mm.
so I cannot believe how I'm and oh my god, I said Robert, Neva, Aubrey. The three most important people in my life all at once. Aubrey's been reading it even before me, so she's even been longer on this track of like how
Yeah.
long this series has dragged out for you. Like it reminds me of like when you're a kid and your mom's like, "Oh, like you want to get McDonald's?" And you're like, yes, McDonald's, like, yes, like fast food, let's go, like Happy Meal. But what if the next day she's like, you want McDonald's again? You want McDonald's again? You want McDonald's? After a while, when like
Yeah.
once your favorite like trope or I don't know, chicken nugget becomes really like grotesque and disgusting because
Yeah. It's
I'm
like I
done
need
eating
something else.
McDonald's. I am done reading this JLA book. She had
Yeah.
another book series called is it Fall of
Oh,
Wrath and Ruin and Wrath?
Ruin and Wrath. Yes.
Guys, I
Yes.
loved that book. Give me book
Traditionally
2.
published.
I
He had an
forget what
editor.
happened in the first book, but all I know is that I
He
loved it.
was
And
like,
so,
run.
like, come on, girl, get on the keyboards, close off this story, and let's move forward. But so
Hit
no,
up Tor.
I'm honest, I'm not excited. I'm not excited
No.
for this. But will I read it? Yes. Will we review it? We've done everyone thus far. Moving on.
Also coming out on June 10th that I am way more excited for
What is
is
this
a
one?
new V.E. Schwab
Oh
book,
shit.
Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil.
It's a time jump book again.
Sure, I have no idea what the fuck it's
There's I'm gonna read off the
about. Yeah.
blurb because it's literally 3 sentences.
Oh,
It
yeah, that's short as
says
hell. Yes.
Santo Domingo, 1532, London, 1837, and Boston, 2019. 3 young women, their bodies planted in the same soil, their stories tangling like roots. One grows high, and one grows deep, and one grows wild, and all of them grow teeth. And it says that it's LGBT.
Ooh, Slay Mama.
We should have submitted this for June book club because we always read a queer story,
Yeah.
and so
Well, we still
We
could.
should. We should. We should.
Well, it comes out
Jillian, if
June
you're
10th.
watching this, we want
It
this.
comes out for Pride Month.
Oh, does it? Oh,
Yeah, it
well.
comes out June 10th.
Well.
Uh-uh.
Ugh.
Yeah, but I'm so excited. I have read Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. I have started one of the other series, the one that has like the colors and the
Yeah,
like the
that was on
London.
KU.
Yes,
Yeah.
I started that and I really liked it. And I just think like there's something so like remarkable about her writing style. I've listened to episodes of her podcast. It's like I don't know what it's called actually. It's like the right way or something like that, but then it's
Mm.
like right like WRIT instead of like
Right.
RIGT.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that this woman, she's got some bangers in her, and I'm excited to read another one.
I did not know that. Oh my god. I did not know her first name was Victoria either.
Victoria. She's
V.E.
probably
Schwab.
British.
V.E. Schwab. Okay.
V.E.
Next,
Schwab.
an author that we read this year.
Yes.
We have Katabasis.
Katabasis.
I want to
Also,
say it like Katabasis, but it's
I think
Katabasis.
the cover just got revealed for this. I know it's not on the Goodreads, but it's like a green and then it's like a library, but it's a square. Like, have you seen those rectangles that are supposed to be like mind fucks where you like you don't know where the
Yeah.
pieces interconnect? It's
Oh.
like that. And then it has two
Mm.
people on it. This is RF Kwong's new romantasy. And it's supposed to be she's like, I'm bringing back nonsense literature. Okay. So it's supposed to be like almost Alice in Wonderland inspired, where it's these two like college academics and they're doing something. I forget, but of course they're gonna be like rivals or something.
Yes.
But it's supposed to be like nonsense. It's like magical things are happening and it's like fucking with your mind, giving Alice in Wonderland but dark academia at the same time. I'm
Oh my
obsessed.
gosh. I'm so excited. I was just trying to look for it, but I can't find it. But oh my god, that's so exciting. I love RF Kwong. We read Yellowface this year. Absolutely loved it. I love that we're getting a
Oh,
romantasy.
yes. Oh, and it's their descent into the underworld. Sorry, that's a big part that I missed that I forgot about. That's the fucky part. They're like college kids and then they start like going to the underworld and they have like a little journey. And of course they're going to like fall in love or maybe kill one another. I don't know. It's Rebecca.
You
So
never
like
know.
she could really throw me in a loop.
I love it. Oh
I'm
my
so
gosh.
excited.
Um. Okay. Next. Wait,
Next.
it's happening, Aubrey. I did not know this was happening this year.
Yeah.
Oh my
Mhm.
gosh. So back when Aubrey and I like first started the
First
podcast,
started. Like,
we yeah,
genuinely, potentially one of our first reviews.
yeah, we reviewed Book of Night by Holly Black.
Mhm.
And it was like a 50-50. It was like a
Damn.
it was different cuz it's present day like paranormal fantasy.
Yeah.
But when I tell you we've been waiting for the second book in this series for that long, we're getting it,
Yeah.
people. We have Thief of Night by Holly Black.
Her
Um
adult fantasy
I
story.
am pumped for this year all of a sudden. This is
Yes.
very exciting. A September one too. I like that they were all spaced out. Like we have
Yes.
time
And
to
that'll
like
be perfect, like, right as it's setting into fall to
yes.
jump back into that world. The premise of Book of the Night, because you might not have heard of it because it really didn't do that well, which is why I think she waited so long. Like, she wrote the Oak, the Curl Prince sequel
Yeah,
series
like the stolen air stuff.
between
Yeah.
Book of the Night and Thief of the Night because she's like, "Oh, I need money." And then she teased that there's gonna be, like, a new Jude and Carden book that probably is gonna come out after Thief of the Night because she's like, "Okay, I gotta, like, sandwich my adult fantasy between, like, my Elfhame books." But
Yeah.
Book of the Night follows I don't remember her name, but
Charlie.
Charlie, thank you. This girl, and she lives in like the magic in the world is there's shadow magic, but I'm talking about your like literal like shadow behind you, not
Yeah.
like Risan. But so people can get their shadows altered and fucked, and she's dating this guy who doesn't have a shadow. And she does like she's in this like shady business and gosh, and then all of these like rich like almost like mob bosses are like coming for her and she owes someone money or something and then she basically has to go on a quest to find this book of
Yeah.
nights and shit blows up at the very end. There is like
Crazy.
some deals, weird shit happening at the very end, and I think it ended in a super exciting way to hop back into
Yes, the ending
2025.
made the book worth it, if that makes sense. But the
Yeah,
character,
yeah.
like, the main character is interesting. She's like a con artist,
Mhm.
bartender.
Yeah, it's
And
been a
like
minute.
basically like her boyfriend, her sister, like her whole personal life that she keeps separate from her like shady shit somehow gets brought into her shady shit
Of course.
and it connects somehow and you're like, "Whoa, I was not expecting that." So I'm really excited for this to give it another shot. I think I rated this like 3 stars. Like I said, it wasn't not my favorite, but the ending was bonkers. Oh, my
Yeah.
cat. Like but yeah.
I'm very excited. Holly Black in the adult sphere again, but we have to end out this video with I think one of the most surprising reads of 2024 had to have been for us Quicksilver by Kelly
Yeah.
Hart. Just because I think that it took everyone by storm. It was an indie published book that has now been picked up by, I think maybe Tor, I don't know who, but has been picked up to be traditionally published. The traditionally published version is coming out, I think, sometime in the spring. But even more exciting is that if you do the deep dive on Goodreads, it's untitled at the moment, but Fae and Alchemy #2, Callie Hart Quicksilver 2, is coming out this November.
Yes, I am so excited. I'm actually I'm excited to get the traditionally published version cuz
Yeah.
they have to do a little bit of
They're gonna do something, maybe sprayed edges, and then to get it in hardcover because I keep seeing the paperback one. It's like big paperback. It's like this big paperback,
it's
but
huge.
I want a hardcover. Come on, it's a
Yep.
hardcover podcast. I want a hardback.
Yes, I think Hatchet is the publisher. I just wanted to look it
Oh,
up.
okay.
But I saw on Callie Hart's Instagram the other day that oh sorry, first edition. Sorry, I'm maybe HarperCollins, but I think that's same people. Anyways, but I saw that
Yeah.
she was giving away literally silver
Oh,
versions of it.
yes.
I was like, "Oh my god, that looks so pretty." I wish she would just do that in like a different sort of like silvery color for
Mhm.
all of them. But like I get people know the cover by the dude on the front.
Well, and she made it herself. Did you know that?
Yes, she photoshopped that shit herself.
Because she got, like people were like, "Oh my god, I think it's AI," and she was like, "I spent hours on this," and she showed layer by layer how she made the cover. I would assume it's gonna get a new cover when it's traditionally published,
Yes.
even if it's just revamped a little bit, but
It yeah, I mean, Callie, you did a really good job, but, like, I
yes,
would love a, little
you
spice
know.
together for sure.
I would love something that doesn't have a man on it, or
Yeah, I just
keep
don't love people on my books unless it's,
keep
like,
the
really
man, but make
artsy.
it more stylized, kind of like the Crescent City or the A Fate
Yes.
Inked in Blood. Like those had people on it, but it was like art pieces people instead of like real man
I
people.
need a woman or nothing at all.
Yeah. Truly, truly.
Oh, yes, I'm so excited for this. If you have read Quicksilver, let us know down below what you thought
Yes.
of it, and, what were your expectations going in, and how did and if you're reading number 2, because it was a long book to get through, so
It was. It was kind of overwritten. That was my biggest complaint with
yeah.
Quicksilver. I really liked the story being told, and I think book 2, well, I'm nervous for it. I'm nervous for it
Me
because
too.
some of the romance stuff that happened in book 1, I fear we might have spent all of our tension in book
Correct.
1,
I
and I'm worried
agree.
about book 2, and I'm worried, honestly, I have no reason for this, but I feel like she might get pregnant. I feel like she 'cause well, the thing that happened to her at the end, I feel like it's giving Bella, it's giving Feyre, it's giving like, "Oh, I'm not who I used to be, and now I'm pregnant, and what does that mean for this baby?" That's
Yep.
like a combo thing situation. That's what I fear, and I don't
I could
want
see
that.
that. Yeah, I feel like it because the Quicksilver was so long, you could have almost told the whole story in that one book.
Yeah, yeah, I
So
thought it
I'm
was a
curious to see
standalone when
what
I
she's
started it.
Yeah, me too. And that's why I'm curious to see what she's gonna do with it. But those are our top books that were,
Yes.
our most anticipated reads of 2025. As always, this is a very interactive episode because we are attaching that Goodreads list below. So
Yes.
submit your votes, vote on the ones we already talked about. I'm curious to see what our number one is going to be.
What are you
But yeah,
most excited for?
I know. And we have a whirlwind of a year coming up. We're so
Yes.
excited. We are thankful for you. We've hit so many big milestones in 2024, so I'm so excited to see what
I
2025 is going to bring. So we have memberships now.
know.
And we have different
Custom
tiers. We try to
emojis.
make them very interactive.
Yes.
Like Aubrey came up with this little brainchild of like you start off as like little coffee beans and you can grow into a coffee, and every month you get add a book to your stack. So what this means with the memberships is you get some more exclusive content from us.
Yes.
So some personal stuff, some bookish things. Who knows? Maybe one day we'll start our own book club with you all.
Yes, and
And
it's
yeah,
a way of, like, helping support the channel. We would love to save up to get, like, better microphones and stuff like that, so all of the money that went towards it is gonna go pour right back into y'all.
back right, yeah, right into giving and reading and all of that.
Yes.
And quality, of course. So, with that being said, so please sign up and support the channel with the memberships. Like, subscribe, rate us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. That helps out more than you would ever know. We are the Hardcover Podcast. We're Hardcover Podcast on all social media.
Yes.
This is Aubrey. I'm Peyton.
And thank you very much. We are so excited to enter 2025 with you guys. The community is growing. I literally, every time I look, we have more followers, and
I
it
know.
blows my fucking
We
mind.
love you guys.
Like, I know we're small still, but genuinely, we love this community. I love every time you guys comment and we get to talk and chat, and there's only good things coming from here. So, thank you so much for joining us, and happy reading.